The way everything fits inside, I'll quickly show you. I already drilled some holes, so this buck converter goes in here. We have the USB ports that will go over here. These are the only ones that can be like screwed in place right now. The rest has to be, well, glued in place. The battery pack will be glued in place with some very strong double-sided foam tape. I'll install it like this, that we have the main connection over here, this center tab of the battery pack over here, and the positive, main positive, negative on the outside. We have these tabs over here and this over here. This will be glued in place with double-sided foam tape. The BMS then will go on top over here, approximately over here, also with some double-sided foam tape. The connector hopefully fits in here nicely. The 2-pin connector, one part will be soldered to this thing, the other part to the top side. Obviously one part over here, rather this part over here gets soldered to the BMS, this one to the top part. And these two batteries will then, once I made a small additional battery pack, go in here. Now that I explained everything that you need to know about this project, I'm going to install these two modules. Again, I prepared this, I can simply install them. And then we are going to figure out how to mount the battery. We'll do the battery pack and all the cabling. Alright, so these two modules are now in place. We have the USB ports over here, and as you can see, the reason I use standoffs is this part over here where the top part hooks in place. And we have all this buck converter installed over here and some nuts on the bottom to elevate this PCB. Now this is not done because I cannot let it touch the backside, but as you can see we have vent holes over here, and as this enclosure has this nice feature of quite a few vent holes, this will actually help with the longevity of the batteries inside, because depending on how they get used, it can get quite warm, and such enclosure is quite nice. However, if you have one of these, or if you have vent holes, you obviously have to be careful, because water is your biggest enemy. I mean, it's your enemy either way, but with vent holes, oh, slightest drop inside and yeah, the battery pack is done for. Beside that, there's nothing else to say, except I wasn't able to use like standoffs with like I did with this one, because we do interfere with the top sides USB and DC jacks otherwise. Well, that fits together. Now I can grab the battery pack and carefully remove the painter's tape so that I can actually install it. Get the Kapton tape back in place. So this is our negative. This is my negative. And on this side, our main positive. And there I can now also remove this Kapton tape on the bottom, which is our small center tab. So this is where it's located. And again, we cannot have like so if this negative shorts to the body over here, does nothing. The whole cell body, so this whole body from here to over here to here, is all negative, and these are all connected to negative, so that's not a problem if this tab shorts to the body. But on this side, on the other hand, we have all of the positives connected. Over here the negative, we would short out these, or rather this cell, if this would connect. So I'm going to use a small piece of cardboard, or rather very thick paper. I mean, I think it's actually called cardboard. So this stuff over here, it's a very thick paper material. cut it to size, get a piece in here, and then also use a bit of Kapton tape. And on this side, because this will be installed like this, so these main positive and negative, they cannot short anywhere, but this side could be shorted to some thing like could short to this USB device, or we could short something else, and I do not want to have the risk of like creating any loop, so I'm also going to cut a piece of cardboard like this, then have a physical separator between the battery pack and anything that will be installed over here. So I'm going to do that off camera, then I'll come back and show you. Okay, so I installed the additional pieces of cardboard, the one on the long side over here, the small one over here. Now we can install the battery pack inside of here, and I have to figure out how I'm actually going to do this. I'm thinking currently about using this foam tape only on the battery holder on both sides, obviously on the bottom, and then sticking it inside of here, and I think that should be enough. However, I'm also going to use some foam tape that only has like glue on one side, stack it up so that the other side, so we have in these four corners a bit of foam tape so that the top part not like presses down hard, but make sure that even if it comes slightly loose, it don't like wobbles around. And with the other two cells in place, it will also prevent it from shifting. Now that I think about it, I think I will also use a few pieces on this side in these gaps over here, so that we have additional points, but I'm not sure if this stuff is thick enough. Alright, now we have 3 points of contact on the side, and when I'm done with this part I have to clean off my nail. Got this stuff on my nail stuck and it doesn't get easily removed. I need some alcohol. So yeah, so 3 points of contact on the side, and we have the battery with the sticky stuff, the foam tape. Now I'm going to stick this inside, and hopefully it goes together as planned. Oh my god, I hate this stuff. I wasn't able to replace it because it's already too stuck down, so I just replaced a few pieces that were damaged. Got this back in place, and I, genius, forgot to remove this stuff on the first one, which is why they came off in the first place. And it even damaged my nail polish. Oh no. Either way, now I'm going to hopefully install it in the right place, not too far down, because we want some space on both sides, and I think that's the place where it will go. We have touchdown.